Alex Pereira is going to heavyweight. Let's back that up. Alex Pereira wishes that he was going to heavyweight. All right, let's amend that. Alex Pereira wants to be a heavyweight. Let's fix that. If Alex Pereira has it his way, this will be his last time, for competitive reasons, weighing 205 pounds. That's as far as I can go. To be able to leave your weight class as a sitting champion is resistant. But it's been done. Not only has it been done, it's been done twice this year. Ilia Topuria did not get beat, went up a weight class. Islam Makhachev did not get beat, went up a weight class. It feels a little different with Alex Pereira, because if Alex Pereira was to win and stay at 205 pounds, the necessity of a rubber match just seems to be upon us. But if Alex Pereira was to win and wish to go up to 205 pounds, it seems as though whoever gets put in the vacated light heavyweight spot is going to be one half Ankalaev versus fill in the blank. At which case, if Ankalaev re-grabs the belt, then you got to have that asterisk, the same one that Daniel Cormier had to live with for so long in the absence of Jon Jones. There's worse things out there. It's doable. I just really want it. I really want it, so I want to really make a case for it. Things in this sport change so fast. So many people have been discussing the White House card. And if we all did that as fans, if all of us as fans made our White House card top 5, we're going to do a main card, we're going to put our top 5, and we all kept that away. We all kept it away, and then there's going to be a big reveal. Fight week. We all show what we wrote on that card. Guys, I think we'd have a pretty good laugh. I don't imagine any of our Nostradamus skills are good enough to see the future. Not even for one of the main card fights, let alone your main event. I mean, I'll just tell you, in a brief period of time, I need about 3 years here? But the baddest heavyweight in the world was named Francis Ngannou. In fact, the biggest fight our industry could make was Francis Ngannou versus a guy named Jon Jones. Now, we got those guys under the same contract with the same organization and at the same weight class, and we still didn't get the fight. But that's okay. That's okay, because Francis is no longer the scariest guy in the world. He's no longer the boogeyman under Jon Jones's bed. That guy is named Sergey Pavlich. Sergey Pavlich was under contract with the Ultimate Fighting Championship, same as Jon Jones, in the same weight class, and he'd become a number 1 contender by knocking out 6 men in a row, all in the first round. But then it turned out it wasn't Sergey Pavlich. It turned out Sergey Pavlich was not the boogie monster. It turned out the guy hiding under John's bed was Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall was also under contract with the Ultimate Fighting Championship, same as Jon Jones, in the class of heavyweight, and had worked his way up through knocking out 6 men to become the number 1 contender. The point that I'm simply making for you is to be able to see the future in this sport is so hard to do. The idea of making Jon versus Aspinall a year from now, which has got to get Jon out of courtrooms, out of handcuffs, and into the District of Columbia. But it's also got to get Tom Aspinall through a very meaningful, tough opponent in Ciryl Gane. And if Aspinall comes through Ciryl, can you still get that fight to the ring? Because your dynamics will not have changed from what you had 2 months ago when the answer was no, I could not get the fight to the ring. You're going to have 2 athletes under contract, understanding they're going into a 5-round contest, understanding the championship of the world is on the line, understanding the weight limit of 265 pounds, scratch, understanding the rules are unified. Why couldn't we do that 2 months ago, but 9 months from now, we can lock that in. And particularly when there's another guy. And the other guy always shows up. And the other guy is very compelling. And the other guy provides for something known as parity. It gives the audience what they want, but not what they were expecting. That other guy's name is Alex Pereira. And the whole world starts to look very, very different at that point. If you decide you're going to do a heavyweight title match, and it is, in fact, Tom Aspinall, and he does go to the top of the bill, and you decide you are going to go with Jon Jones, but something happens to Jon, or something happens to Tom, something happens to that fight, you're instantly arguing over Jayden Almeida, Curtis Blades, Derek Lewis, Sergi, just for example. And I don't think that you're going to have much of an argument or a very long debate if you have a freshly emerged Alex Pereira. And that's what makes it so hard to start matchmaking cards and events 9 and 10 months in advance. You don't know who's available. And the guys that are red hot cool off fast. I think that Pereira wants to be a heavyweight. I think if he loses to Ankalaev, we have nothing to talk about. He now becomes a heavyweight. But I think that that same opportunity should still be able to present itself even if he's to beat Ankalaev. I don't think that he has to go and fight this new Australian hammer. I don't think that he has to go out for a third time and deal with the awkwardness of Prohaska. I don't think the mandate is going to get behind Roundtree enough. I don't think Jamal Hill is going to have time to fight the appropriate guys to push himself into that spot. I think that Alex Pereira at heavyweight solves a lot of problems. And I think Alex Pereira as a chess piece is the greatest move to get Aspinall versus Jones. But I personally would not book Aspinall versus Jones absent of the chess piece, which can only be done at heavyweight, Alex Pereira.